Falcon fan? It's your boy Ricondo coming back at you with another video. So today we're going to talk about some of the free agents that's left out there that the Falcon could potentially sign to add to this roster. So guys, before we get to that, if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Please hit notification bell so you know when I drop another video. Please hit the like button so I know you guys like to hear what I talk about. Then please share my video throughout the YouTube universe so more people can come in and hear me talk about these Atlanta Falcons. So like I said, we're going to talk about some free agents that Atlanta could possibly sign this to add to this roster. If you're looking at this list, some of these guys definitely probably would not consider signing, but I just wanted to put these guys up here, and these guys could potentially, some of them definitely could potentially help this team. I think the Falcons did a great job this offseason, filling some of their needs that they had, creating depth throughout the roster. However, some of the big name guys, notable guys that could come in and play 1 year as veterans to help some of these younger guys develop, play spot minutes for some of these guys to help them actually hone their craft, get better at some of the positions. So let's go through this list real quick. I'll give you my opinion. Some guys we probably should consider, and some of the guys, like I said, that I think probably wouldn't be a good fit for this team, or probably past their prime, or injuries or anything like that. So we'll start off with Odell Beckham Jr. Of course, we know Odell Beckham Jr. is a pretty good receiver. However, he can't stay healthy. He tore ACL again in the Super Bowl. He's rehabbing. Wants a big payday. Probably won't get that. I heard a report that Sean McVay still want him to come to the Rams, but we'll just have to see. He probably won't be ready to play anyway till later on in the season, probably around November, December time frame. So whoever's getting Odell Beckham Jr. probably will be a team that's probably think that could help them be better in the playoffs and in the Super Bowl pursuit. So I wouldn't consider probably hiring somebody. Signing somebody like Odell Beckham Jr. We go Dwayne Brown. Dwayne Brown, left tackle for the Seahawks. I think he's past his prime, 37 years old. He actually had a pretty bad season last year. I think we probably pretty good at tackle. Of course, we do have some issues at right tackle with Caleb McGarry, but I think the Falcons brought enough players in, Elijah Wilkins, Jermaine Fetty, to actually compete against Caleb McGarry. So one of those guys going to end up being a swing tackle anyway, but one of those guys could actually fill in as a right tackle. So I don't think we need to bring in Dwayne Brown. James Bradbury, a pretty good cornerback, released by the New York Giants. Somebody that definitely could help the Falcons, but I think right now, I think our defensive back room is pretty good as well. So it would probably be just a luxury pick, depending on how much money he would want to come in to help this team. I really wouldn't see a reason to bring him in. We do have some young guys that need to develop, but I think we're bringing in somebody like a Casey Hayward, the rise of AJ Terrell. I really don't see a reason why we should bring somebody in like a James Bradbury. Jadeveon Clowney. Jadeveon Clowney is an interesting guy. He's only 29 years old. Never really quite turned out to his high draft status that he had. He had a whole bunch of flash plays in the NFL. I think he's still a pretty good defensive end. And if the Falcons get him for cheap, I would definitely consider bringing somebody like Jadeveon Clowney into the team. Like I said, adding to that depth. Right now, we brought in a young Ebiketie. We got a young D'Angelo Malone. We only got Lorenzo Carter and then Okendeji. But bring somebody in like a Jadeveon Clowney could definitely be something that we could consider bringing for the right price, of course. Akeem Hicks. I think Akeem Hicks is probably would be a great signing for this team. I still think they did not address the defensive line as much as some of us would like. Um, they did bring in a couple free agents during the offseason. They re-signed Anthony Rush. They also brought in the other defensive tackle. I'm slipping my mind right now, but um, bringing in somebody like King Hicks. If you go back and watch Chicago Bears defense, when he was in the game, it was real hard to run against the King Hicks. Of course, he does have that familiarity with Ryan Pace. So we got a whole bunch of Bears. Why not go ahead and make another Bear come in? Of course, King Hicks, 32-year-old, so he is getting towards his decline of his career. But bring somebody like him in, like I said, to help groom some of these guys on the team, definitely would be something. Like I said, for the right price, bring somebody like King Hicks would be awesome. Trey Flowers, defense end, actually pretty good defensive end, but has had trouble staying healthy the last 2 years. So he can stay healthy. I put him in the same boat as somebody like Jadeveon Clowney, bringing him in for the right price. Definitely help this pass rush. Remember, we only had 18 sacks last year, so anybody that we're able to bring in to help with that pass rush would definitely be a big thing. J.C. Treader, center, actually played decent last year, but I don't think we actually need to bring a center in. If he had some guard capabilities, I think that would be something big for us. But I kind of like our center battle that we're going to have between Matt Hennessy and Drew Dahlman. So let those two young guys battle it out. So I wouldn't consider bringing him in. Will Fuller, another wide receiver. Of course, he got suspended because of PED, so he been out lead. But our burner, we mentioned on yesterday video, I talked about we need somebody that can take the top off. Somebody like a Will Fuller come in, definitely would fit that role for the Atlanta Falcons. Of course, like I said again, he would have to be willing to play a 1-year deal like all these other guys and see what he'll be able to do. Eric Fisher played for the Indianapolis Colts after tearing his Achilles. Pretty much had probably one of his worst seasons he had since his rookie year. So pretty good player. So you probably can get him for cheap if you're trying to have a proven year. But I think like I said, put him in the same category with Treader. Unless you want to just say you're going to bring in a veteran center, let those guys compete and see what happens. Justin Houston, I think a guy that the Falcons actually tried to pursue last year, former Georgia Bulldog. So we'll be getting the Bulldog tax with Justin Houston, bringing him in. But somebody like this, I think I put him in the same role when they brought in Dwight Freeney back in our Super Bowl year. Somebody to come in that has been consistent, a great player since he's been in the league. Definitely, he went to Baltimore last year. Kind of played the young guys that was there. Somebody come in, he can actually provide some veteran presence to our pass rush room. So I really like this pick, along with Akeem Hicks. Definitely bring somebody in like a Justin Houston. Sheldon Richardson, somebody that just cannot find a home in the NFL, been moving around a whole lot. I think a still stout defensive tackle, but I would rather have Akeem Hicks and then somebody like a Sheldon Richardson. Ndamukong Suh, somebody still I think is the force in this league. I don't know about his fit with the Falcons, but get somebody like that, definitely a big run stopper, somebody who's nasty, always been that way when he played the game. So bringing in somebody like a Ndamukong Suh to play against his former team, the Bucks, twice a year, that'll be awesome. Since they're taking all our guys like a Keanu O'Neal or a Justin Gage, So we can actually go back in and try to Russell Gage and try to do a favor and bring in Adama Sue. That would be awesome. Have him hunt Tom Brady. I don't think Brady would like that. That'll make me happy. So, last two, Kevin King got injured. Looked like he was doing pretty good last year with the Green Bay Packers. Unfortunately, he did get injured, but I think is a uprising cornerback. But like I said, I think our cornerback room is pretty deep. I don't know if he would be better than the cornerbacks that we got potentially slotted right now for nickel, left and right corner. So bring him in. It would be a depth piece for us, and for the right pick or something like that. By all means. And then last, Larry Ojanobi, a defensive tackle. I put him like behind the other two, Akeem Hicks and Adama Sue as a defensive tackle. I just think that somebody like Larry Ojanobi, which is pretty good defensive tackle, we still could. I would rather have Akeem Hicks with the team, or Adama Sue vice or Larry Ojanobi. So, like I said, guys, one of the biggest issues that we have, which that we really want to probably address, is either the defensive line or the offensive line. Far as the offensive line go, like I said, off this list here, it's not like a lot of guys I actually would bring in to consider for the offensive line. Defensive line, definitely Akeem Hicks, Adama Sue, Justin Houston, Jadeveon Clowney, any of those guys I want to bring in to help with the depth, bring a veteran presence to this team to help the young guys develop even more on 1-year deals, and see if we can actually help us compete this year as well. So these guys have not found a home yet. The Falcons do have some money to spend, depending how much money they want. Depending if they like to fit with somebody like a Dean Pease, which I think some of these guys would love to play in Dean Pease defense. So why not? Why not take a swing on the Atlanta Falcons? Like I said, we do have funds. I think they would be able to come in and contribute as veterans. Definitely part of the add, like I said, add to that depth to the room. And we still need somebody to come in and be that force beside Grady Jarrett. So Akeem Hicks or Adama Sue would definitely fill that role for these guys. And as a pass rusher standpoint, Jadeveon Clowney and Justin Houston would definitely help in that aspect. So guys, let me know what you think about any of these free agents. Would you actually consider signing any of these guys? Or you think these guys past their prime? Would you think they're not a good fit for the Falcons? Or is there any more free agents that you probably can think about that could help this team that I did not list here tonight? So guys, let me know. Do we need to add any more help? Are you happy with what we got? This team and this front office and this coaching staff said they're going to keep adding to make the best team for us this year. So I don't think they're done. I think they're going to make some more moves. They made a whole bunch of moves all last season, during the season, before the season. So this roster is fluid, from the 53-man roster all the way to the practice squad players. So that's what I got. Let me know. Again, my guys are Akeem Hicks, Jadeveon Clowney, Justin Houston, and Adama Sue. I would definitely love to see any of those guys on this Atlanta Falcon roster. And it's your boy Ricondo coming back at you with another video. Peace.